Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome. Thank you for being here. This is going to be a general read you may be dealing with. Of course, everything may not resonate, so take what does and leave the rest. And for more tarot readings after this, please check out my wife's channel, Val 53 Tarot. She's review as well. Thank you. Alright, let's see what's going on. Interesting, Crosswatcher. That's actually a nice message. The saying of it takes a village. I'm going to say more specifically the importance of community. Okay. Interesting, Crosswatcher. Interesting. I just gave who Aries was asking about or dealing with a very similar message about the truth. The truth setting you free. So jumping into this, Sagittarius, I don't know what's going on specifically between the two of you. Because a lot of this is so very deeply internalized. I have no idea what this is. Crosswatcher, you are setting yourself free in some type of way. I don't know what that some type of way is. What you're emphasizing is like you do understand and do realize that there is some sort of door or shadow within yourself that needs to be internally closed and kind of walked away from. That's why that world shows up. That closure. I don't know what this full closure moment is that they're having. But they're having one. They do emphasize, like, you are there for them, Sagittarius. So I don't know if this is something they talk about, something they don't talk about. You'll have to kind of use your discernment. But they do emphasize, like, they're kind of just doing their thing. They're just kind of doing their thing. They're emphasizing, like, you definitely are there to kind of lean on and depend on, which is a nice energy. Kind of just is what it is. So let's see where this goes. Going on, Crosswatcher? What's going on? There you are, Sagittarius. Under the wing. That's emphasized under the wing, literally. Under the wing, and go figure. There's strength on top of the deck, as you can see. She has her arm wrapped around the lion, like in friendship, connection, closeness, like kind of like embrace. Dig deep, Crosswatcher. Dig deep. Dig deep. That's what you call a breakthrough. Dig deep. It's gonna take a bit of time to get adjusted to this because she's Louise. What is that movie? The eyes. There's a change and there's a difference in the eyes, the light within. What is that movie? The Eyes of a Beginner? I can't recall exactly. I could be wrong. More than likely I am wrong, but something like that. In other words, there's been such an internal energetic shift within them, they're beginning to perceive and see differently. You know, you can tell a lot by looking into someone's eyes, how much shit they've been with, or been going through, or been dealing with. It begins to wear on the eyes, the windows to the soul. Crosswatcher, look at this. That again. Initiation, huh? Once again, I don't know why you air out your personal business, but hey, initiation. Okay. Such is the journey. What's that song, Sweet Dreams by Marilyn Manson? I've referenced it before. Everybody's looking for something. Travel the entire world. Look at this. Travel the entire world just to emerge as your true self. Which meaning, why does every place I've been to feel familiar? You. It's because of you. You are the common denominator, Crosswatcher. You. Some people physically travel the entire world. Some people feel like an entire world within themselves. You know, just different walks of life. There's the Wheel of Fortune. Let me show you a Crosswatcher. The High Priest to the Wheel of Fortune. In other words, when the student is ready, the teacher shall appear. When the student is ready to ask, the answers come. You just needed a catalyst. You just needed, more specifically, you needed the right catalyst. Oof. The 10 of Wands reversed, Makes me think of the movie Harry Potter. Was it the very first one when Harry is walking the streets looking? He goes into, I forget what shop it is. I haven't seen them in so long. I haven't seen them all, but one or two. He goes into the wand shop, wizardry. And he's like, well, try some out. Look at some. In other words, find the one that fits you. Find your fit. The right catalyst. Huh. Harry Potter. You don't say. Huh? Are you a practitioner? Craft? Arts? A hobby? What are you doing? Wizardry? It makes me think of, unfortunately, that Ten of Wands cross watcher. I use the imagery as like, the wand, like the magician's wand, like, bring. What's with the fumble, the stumble, like, what is that? It makes me think of like a assistant or an aide or an apprentice that the teacher's like, here's all this, deal with it. And they're kind of like, books and papers and pens are falling all over the fucking place, and they're like tripping over themselves, and they gotta figure it out all on their own. Jeez Louise. You'll be thankful you did though. You'll be thankful you did cross-watch, that you do figure out some shit on your own. Because the lesson in the experience cannot be taught. It must be lived. You're winging it. You're winging it. Isn't there a part in that movie too where Harry is like, why is everyone looking at me fucking funny? It's Harry Potter. Don't you know? The Harry Potter. Harry? Hey now. Don't start getting all twitchy. Crosswatcher. You are right where you need to be. You're right where you need to be. You asked for it. The universe is like, your wish is my command. Don't run from what you've asked for. You wanted this. So accept this and receive this and handle this and do what you gotta do. You didn't just show up to ring the bell and tap out, did you? There's the Ace of Cups. That don't look like a bell to me. Well, I mean, I guess if you kind of flip it upside down, bone dry, and put a little hammer in it and dingle it around. It's a Tibetan bowl. Listen to it sing. I know, it's different. You're not used to it. You'll get used to it. Not everybody's an opponent. The tower's sideways. Ooh. You're emphasizing like what the fuck is happening right now? What should be happening right now? Work with it. Work through it. Hey, now. Ain't nobody. Yeah, I was gonna say, those that have showed us the way, yes, we salute you. To those that came before us, we salute you. We honor you. To the elders, we honor you and thank you for what you've done. You have given those after you the chance to surpass you. That is love, that is respect. To the teachers of the way, there's a three of swords. I could have said the path. Hey now. Crosswatcher, you're a little. I see what you mean. You're a little rough around the edges. You have these moments of like authenticity. I feel like I'm giving you a personal at this point. You have these moments of authenticity, and then you start to. It's interesting. You start getting tripped up, and it's like, let's just say for the sake of this, when the teacher's like, "Does anybody know the answer to the question?" And the students start to say like, "Well, no. Can you give us a hint?" And the teacher's like, "No. Pay closer attention. You think more. Put in more work and more effort. Devote yourself and commit yourself to it. No, I will not give you a hint." When this energy presents itself, Crosswatcher, unfortunately, that's why that Three of Swords shows up. The higher up you get, the smarter you should become. That's the point. It's called the curve. It just increases. It's like it starts off that way with a little help, and then it just... After some length of time, you stop getting that help. Meaning the teacher is like, you're strong enough to handle this on your own. Figure it out. And if you give up, you must not have wanted it that badly enough. Crosswatcher, and stop trying to fucking cheat. Do it by the book. Unless you don't respect books. Topic for another day. You part of House Slytherin? The ones that play and fight dirty and kind of do, you know, low balls and cheap shots, because they feel threatened and challenged. So it's like they kind of have to cut corners and find loopholes to do shit. I see what you're after. I see what you're after. But you can't get there from where you're at. You can't get there from where you're at. There's a problem with your attitude, there's a problem with your mind, and there's a problem with the way you think about things, as well as the way you go about things. I don't like your energy. Do teachers still do that nowadays? I don't like their attitude. Get the fuck out of my class. I think they can, right? I think, what is it called? Like a request or a referral? Yeah, send them to a different class, a different teacher. I don't want him in my class. And usually what the teacher says goes, so. Don't know what that's about. The devil. Hey. Told you, Sagittarius. I told you. Usually teachers have a pretty good sense about students. Toxic. What if the teacher was testing you? How are you going to react and how are you going to respond? Thank you for the answer I needed. Get the fuck out. Shit, guy. Oh, this is the same shit I saw in Aries with who they were asking about dealing with. Shit just got so real. They're like, knee-jerk reaction. Check that shadow. Check that ego. Check that persona. Don't you remember when you're a student in the class, the teacher's got something you want? They're like, I don't give a fuck. Ooh. Out. Goodbye, Sagittarius.